right, Brian. Surprise. I had to switch it back because I couldn't see like the live chat comments or anything like that if I left it in the other direction. So I'm gonna have to work on that. But oh, look, we've got someone on here. Thank you all for joining. So today, Brian and I are going to talk about pretty much the same topics that I've been ranting about all week, which is spiritual warfare, spiritual battles, pitfalls, the transgendered issue with the Women's Day and why it's such a controversy, and angry female commentators. We're also, Brian doesn't know this, but we're also kind of piggybacking off the transgender thing. We're going to play a clip from Andrew Tate and talk a little bit about his recent little video. I don't know if you've seen that, Brian. Did you see it?
I've seen it one time.
Okay. Well, I got some clips so we can chat about that too. So let's start off with a clip, actually. I think that'll be kind of fun. I have a couple here from Candace Owens because, as we know, Candace Owens got pretty upset with the International Women's Day chocolate bar from Hershey's. And so she had a little bit to say about that over on her show. And also, the Daily Wire in general had a plan to deal with this misstep on Hershey's part in their opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that real quick.
Would not let Faye Johnstone anywhere near my children. I don't even want Faye Johnstone anywhere near my chocolate, which is why the Daily Wire is not going to just boycott Hershey's. Instead, it's going to create its own chocolate bars. Yes, huge announcement. Jeremy made an announcement over his Twitter that we are launching Jeremy's chocolates with 2 varieties. You're going to love these varieties. There's going to be a he-him bar, which has nuts. And there's going to be a she-her bar, which is appropriately nutless.
So what did you think, Brian? Did you know? Did you already order yourself a box of he, him, and she, her bars?
I have not, and I'm probably the worst fan of the Daily Wire. So I watch Ben Shapiro's show, his podcast, like every day. I enjoy his content, so I knew they did this. But I don't subscribe to the Daily Wire. I haven't bought like his Leftist Tears tumbler. I haven't bought the chocolate. But I do think it's funny. And even the official video, have you seen their official video? I think with like Brett Cooper, who does like a commentary kind of deal for the Daily Wire, and then Michael Knowles. The smile, the look on his face every time I watch their video cracks me up. I can't help but laugh. But I think it's genius. Ben Shapiro said, and I mentioned this in my episode this week, like I guess over the course of 3 days from when they first did it to, I guess over the weekend, they've sold 400,000 chocolate bars.
I saw that. That's so wild. I was so surprised. But I mean, of course, like the Daily Wire, as I have accused them of, with the yoga pants jeans, of course, they truly do capitalize off these moments. So they did the capitalist thing. So I don't hate on them for doing that. I think making a joke out of stuff that you're offended by and doing something capitalist like that is probably the best way to deal with it. Better than how Candace Owens goes on to deal with it. So I'm going to play a clip here about like, this is just kind of like her little, like the angry side that I don't like. This is that angry female commentator that I am not a fan of.
Because what the trans agenda is it is such a bold act of misogyny to think that a man can just put on lipstick and some heels and say, now I'm a woman.
So I think I cut off some of the part where she was like, that to me, they take this stuff so personally. Like for anyone to take it personally that, a man wants to dress up as a woman or become a woman transition, that they see that as being like personally about them and get upset and offended by it is like so bizarre. That's so far from anything I would ever see myself doing. Mm-hmm. But what do you think as a male perspective, Brian? Do you think Candace Owens is right to be angry that a man puts on heels and lipstick and pretends to be a woman? Do you think that women should be offended by this chocolate bar? Or do you think that, that maybe they're going a little bit overboard and like how upset that they are?
So my episode this week is about International Women's Day and feminism going too far. But I think there's like a couple different things being argued here. There's like what you were mentioning, like with what Candace is displaying there, which is like this personal attack, being angry and taking offense to it. And then I think there's like the bigger picture, which is more of where I argue, which is that even though something like this might not seem like a direct attack, like upon an individual, big picture, in my opinion, this is something that women and men need to be standing up against, because this whole radical feminism, radical inclusivity that has resulted in where we are today with biological males becoming females and transgender females, and then them being considered a woman, I think is a problem today and also for future generations, because it is taking opportunities away from biological women. And even as crazy as it might sound, like where you could just put on heels and then identify as a woman and be considered a woman, that's like really where they are. As crazy as that is. But as far as personal, I mean, like, or direct attack, no, but that's her thing. That, Tommy Lahren is very similar. We're going to be talking about them later, I'm not sure, but that's like how they move the needle, right? That's how they get their followers, their subscribers, and all of that. So I think it's part show from that perspective.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. They have to act outraged and upset and try to get people interested in what they're saying based on like mutual outrage. Like that's kind of the name of the game when it comes to politics. I just personally don't subscribe to that because I see how pointless and damaging it is. And also, what happens when you degrade someone else, and you say, look how awful they are, look how disgusting they are, look how terrible they are. And then maybe that person does something that's like kind of okay, and then people are like, you're over there shouting like a clown, saying that this person's so awful, but I just saw them do something that's like pretty okay. Like maybe you're the problem, maybe you are making a big deal of something that's nothing. And I think what happens is that a lot of times when people criticize somebody else, their intention is to try to make that person look worse. But what happens is that they make themselves look worse and they make that person actually look a little bit better. So all these angry women shouting that transgender is disgusting, these trans women are awful, saying all these mean, nasty things, to me, that's actually made me feel a little bit more like sympathy, empathy, like soften my heart towards these people that are probably, they have confusion, they have difficulties from the choices, that they make. It's not like an easy thing to do. And I just think like on a personal level, like why do I need to attack them to like assert my womanhood? Like I'm a woman, no matter who else is a woman. To me, it's the cat claws out mentality that women have that just reminds me of, say they're like, oh, another woman's prettier than me, or I like her boyfriend, or, she got a job that I didn't get, or she has a purse that I like. It's like that same, that's my dogs wrestling. Okay, I have 2 puppies. Don't get yourself 2 puppies because they'll wrestle with each other like this and then they just flop out. But don't try to live stream if you have 2 puppies. But yeah, so I think that that's what's happening is like these women are making themselves look truly ugly and unfeminine by being so angry at these trans women, when it's like, really, you can just like let them do their thing. You don't have to comment on everything. That is my opinion there. Now, I know with the sports and stuff, it's a little bit different. But in this realm of like International Women's Day, it's like, pipe down. You guys didn't know it was International Women's Day anyways until they created this chocolate bar to try to sell to you, which you didn't want. So you bought Ben Shapiro's chocolate bar that's 3 times as expensive instead. So
how much were they selling them for? Or
I thought I heard they were like $6. Joshua, you had some facts on them. Can you let us know?
Yeah, Josh with an update, 500,000 bars.
Yeah.
23 tons of chocolate on 36 hours.
Wild. That's so wild. So I have had a little, let's see, I'm going to play this clip first, actually, because let's step away from the angry female commentator. We'll come back to that. And we'll play a clip from Morgan Ariel. Did you see this clip? She's coming out against a trans woman, Blair White. And she has this
haven't.
to say. Okay, this is only part of it. It was about 1 minute and 30 seconds because I think it was like a TikTok. I just chopped off the first 27 seconds because she kind of just like repeats forever. But I'll play the beginning so you can see what. Do you know who Blair White is, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Blair White. She's transgendered. Joshua's. Yeah, he didn't have a number for us. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play
where the
this.
conservative movement is at right now, where things like this are being glorified. Mr. Blair White, what I really should address you as is a devil, because that's exactly what you are when you are intentionally going onto your platform and posting content like this to thirst trap and deceive straight men into having perverse thoughts about you. You're a devil.
So I don't know if you saw my picture when I filmed my episode about this earlier this week, but oh, what's that sound?
That would be my youngest, so I muted myself.
Oh, okay, yeah, we got children.
Not
we
a
got
puppy.
dogs.
He's a real boy, but he's just as loud.
Yeah, we got children, we got dogs, we got all kind of stuff. Okay, I didn't know if it was like your mic squeaking, but yeah, remember I filmed that episode earlier this week. I put up on my YouTube. I put up on my Twitter like a picture of me, and I was like, am I thirst trapping straight men into having perverse thoughts about me, or am I just filming some YouTube about the trans controversies of the week? And so that was like where that post came from. But Morgan Ariel,
your trolling is reaching new levels, Kalina, I must say.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. We can talk about Alex Stein too before we hop off here. But yeah, so she, Morgan Ariel, I think she works with like Turning Point USA. It seems like a great girl in a lot of ways. She actually had a really cool post today earlier about the fact that she decided 4 years ago she was going to not have sex again until she's married. And I really respect that. I respect a lot of her stances. Sorry, those dogs again. She shared a video of some other girls saying that they were waiting for marriage and everything. And I think that is so great. But, and I don't dislike her from this video clip that I share, but when I watched it, I was like, you kind of seem like a jerk. You're like, you are a devil. And then she goes on to say like, God is angry with you. You need to repent and stuff. And she got a lot of backlash from that. Because people like Blair White and they want to be fair to her and everything. And they don't think that she's not forthcoming about being transgendered or like trying to deceive anybody necessarily. So I think what, again, Morgan Ariel did was make herself look a little bit worse and make Blair White look a little bit better. But I want to know your thoughts on this very controversial video clip. And I didn't pop the Blair White one up on there, so that's unfortunate. I could try to add it, but it would probably take too long.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
So I don't know of the other. I've heard of Blair White. She pops up very, very popular. She whatever. First I've heard of the other woman, but I think I understand where she's coming from, and it goes back to like you said, thirst trap, temptation, causing others to sin. Like we are not supposed to do that as Christians. I have no idea if Blair White is a Christian. Blair White may not know that.
No, I don't think so.
So, but then, like you mentioned, also whenever you use the term like devil, that's probably over the top.
Yeah,
you can condemn something without calling someone the devil, because it's similar to people, calling someone else like a racist when they're not racist. Like once Hitler, like we've seen over the past like 4 to 6 years and stuff. Like once you go to number 10 on the scale of the highest point, you can't go anywhere else, and then everyone's just gonna not take you seriously. So I think it seems like her heart or her mind, whatever, is in the right place, but maybe the delivery, as you were saying, wasn't how it should have been. And then it'll just maybe make more people come to, again, in this case, like Blair White's defense, and be well, you're not the devil. Like this girl is, crazy wackadoodle for going that far. Like she could have just condemned you, whatever, and not had to go to the point of the devil. But yeah, I agree, like what she's trying to do, which is not causing others to sin, but it seems like she did go a step too far.
Like a little bit far. Yeah. So, yes. And then Blair White kind of shot back at that. Like I watched her reaction video to Morgan Ariel, and that was pretty interesting, but she made a point that didn't make any sense, but we won't get into that too much. But basically she was kind of like attacked Morgan Ariel's looks and was like, you looked like crap in that video. Like you're going to come out and hate on me. Like at least don't put a messy bun, give me like a look good when you're criticizing me. And
the cattiness you were talking about, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's like, it becomes the cattiness chain reaction. But Morgan Ariel then made like another video back, basically, then her hair's all done and stuff. And she's like, wow, I have something you'll never have. You'll never actually be a woman. And it just kind of went back and forth and then like fizzled out, but I don't like that style of female commentary, and we can kind of like pivot into this really quick. I actually am going to grab my phone charger, which I'm nervous about. Hopefully it won't overheat the phone.
All right, so update. So Josh, thank you for the stats too, the facts here. $46 for, that's 10 candy bars, so you get, I guess, maybe a discount. So $4.60 for a pack of 10. They sold 500,000. So what is that? They're looking at almost like almost $2.5 million in candy sold, if I did that math right.
Oh,
in 36 hours.
That's crazy. Just imagine when their jeans line comes out.
I will not subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. It's all.
And about the jeans and yoga pants thing, I think I commented like on I comment on a lot of your stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I do not think jeans are comfortable. I'll be on work calls and somehow, like we'll like icebreakers and stuff, and people are like, oh, I have my most comfortable favorite pair of jeans. Whenever I want to be comfortable and relaxing around the house or on the couch, I put on my favorite pair of jeans, and I'm thinking,
no,
jeans are not comfortable.
No,
jeans are not comfortable. Like, I mean, I have a comfortable pair of jeans, but I would much rather wear like my gym shorts over jeans. Like, are you kidding me?
Seriously. And that's what like Candace Owens tries to pretend like jeans can ever be as comfortable as yoga pants. I'm just like, stop. Like, first of all, no. And then she tries to tell you they could be loose fitting jeans if like loose fitting jeans would be as comfortable as yoga pants. I'm like, that's even worse.
So we're going back to the early 2000s, late 90s with relaxed fit jeans.
I know, and they're so uncomfortable and they're like everywhere. And if they're thick like that, then they're just like mopping the floor, and they're like all like every time you sit down, they're like against your skin and stuff. No, Candace Owens, like she needs to drop this one. Okay. This is the most ridiculous take she's ever had. And she keeps trying to resell it too, which is like killing me. But maybe
she's a briefs woman, which doesn't go well with yoga pants. Just
doesn't go well with yoga pants. Yeah. You never know. But yeah, so no, jeans are never going to be as comfortable, and especially not loose fitting jeans. Ick. Like the only ones that are kind of comfortable are like the ones that are super spandex, like yoga pants.
Yeah, my wife has those. It's like, I'm like, are these even considered jeans? They stretch.
Yeah, they like jiggle. Okay, so before we get off the transgendered topic, we're going to talk about Andrew Tate. I did a video on this last night and I shared it, but he had a video clip that went pretty much viral where he talked about a poll that he had over on his Twitter. And in that poll, he was like, would you rather be with the hottest woman ever? She's a 10. But she's also a dude, actually. Mm-hmm. Or would you rather be with the ugliest woman that's a 1, but it's actually a woman? And he said everyone picked woman because they didn't want to be perceived as gay. And he puts this in this term. So he says like they totally, missed the point. And so he talks about how, let me see, I'm gonna just play the clip, but how like what the ugliest woman or the number 1 would have been like Hulk Hogan, and the hot one would have been like Megan Fox. So, and my clips might be in the wrong order. So
Megan Fox or Hulk Hogan. So you're thinking, well, I don't want to be gay, so I just click the girl, the number 1.
Yeah, so that's what he says that everyone's saying. They're like, I'm gonna just pick the girl. Let's see. I got a second clip here.
Would you rather have sex with a transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1?
So I went in the wrong order, of course.
Okay.
I had these queued up the other day for my other live stream, but that's basically what he's saying. And then he goes on to be like, well, I'm just so enlightened, that's why you guys are picking the wrong choice. He's like, I would pick the Megan Fox one because that one's like small, looks like a woman, all this stuff. He's like, you want to really be dominated by the Hulk? Like, no, or Hulk Hogan.
Right.
But the controversy was about this was people were like, jaws dropped, like Andrew Tate is basically pushing the transgendered agenda. I saw it totally differently. I have my own take on there, but let's hear your thoughts first, and then I'll share mine if you haven't already heard them.
So I think I understand what he's trying to do, but I disagree. I would have been saying the woman that's ranked a 1, right? The Hulk Hogan mustache of a woman. I've honestly never talked about this, I guess.
This is a surprise topic.
So, because I don't want to sound crude and all that stuff or mean, but as the guy, can't you just close your eyes?
Yeah.
If you're that worried about it, if you're that worried about it, can't you just close your eyes? I mean, Megan Fox, legit smoke show. Except for like her devil worship and stuff like that, but
except for that,
little bit red flag, a little bit of a red flag there. But yeah, if I would go for the 1, so I'm not engaging in like homosexuality, and I would just close my eyes. I think that's where I'm gonna stand.
So that's what, and I'm sorry, Brian, it wasn't to put you on the spot and make you make a choice, but that's what Andrew Tate is saying. So many people are saying, but he's like, they're not as enlightened as me. And that's why they accused him of furthering the transgendered agenda. But here's my thought.
Mm-hmm.
Did you really think that Andrew Tate would choose the Hulk Hogan? Like,
No.
In what world would Andrew Tate choose that? Andrew Tate is so image-based of a person. He wants to show you his car. He wants to tell you how much money he has and tell you he's going to do a giveaway, which I don't even know if he actually ends up doing. But I'm giving away $100,000. Look at my Bugatti. Like, before I cut off the beginning of this clip, like even when I shared it on my other video, but he was like, oh, I bought my neighbor's house and I'm going to put all my Bugattis there and everything. Andrew Tate cares about optics. And this is really just an optics question. The optics of the Megan Fox looking person is what Andrew Tate will want to be perceived with. It's what he want to see and feel himself be with. The Hulk Hogan, that's terrible optics, and he would never pick that. So I'm like, this is just Andrew Tate being Andrew Tate. Mike says, I'm taking She-Hulk all day. So most people don't think like Andrew Tate, but if you could not ask Andrew Tate to pick the opposite, it would never happen.
I wonder if in his mind, because again, he's all, like you were saying, he's all about show and what people see and, with the fancy cars and beautiful women and all that stuff. Do you think in his mind, if he went with the Megan Fox dude, the 10, right?
Yeah.
That he would hide that it's a dude and try to convince people like, oh, this was Megan Fox. I mean, that's what's kind of going on. That's going on in his mind, and no one would know, right? But everyone on the outside's like, dude, Andrew Tate pulled Megan Fox, like, dang.
Yeah.
And in reality, he and the Megan Fox are the only ones who actually know that it's not really her.
I mean, he come out and say it that's what he would do. So I don't know that he would necessarily go out of his way to like cover it up or anything. But I mean, I'm sure this is what it made me think about Andrew Tate. Like, how much of his designer stuff is fake? Could be fake. And what we're going to go ask the question is all about the optics. Like, what does it matter? How much of those amounts of money he says that he has is not true? How are we vetting that? Like, he thinks we're going to go on and vet that. So, I mean, I don't think he would have to. It's just a very optics-based thing. And, he would expect people to just believe their eyes and it wouldn't matter,
Yeah.
Joshua said, exactly. It's aesthetics over functionality for Tate. He will choose something that makes him looking close of a bubble of glamour without thinking the long-term possibility of a reproductive biological woman. Exactly. He's not interested in that. So I thought that was a pretty cut and dry one. No one else thought what I thought, but that happens all the time. So let's move on. Okay, hold on. I think I got a couple. Oh, here. We're gonna go back. We're gonna take a step back in time to the angry female commentator, because did you know I had words with one this very week?
I did not, but I do know, since you've become, I guess, active on Twitter, you're just blowing up on there. You're pushing all the right buttons, including people's buttons. So,
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's entertaining. I'm just along for the ride.
Oh yeah, we're having fun over on Twitter. So this girl, her name is Isabella Moody. Do you know who she is?
I don't. Nope.
Okay, she's like a smaller, angry commentator. You know, she's like a miniature one. She's not Tommy Lauren. She's not Candace Owens. I feel like she barely maybe just graduated college or something. She looks very young and small.
You're picking on the kids now? You're picking on the little kids?
I got to set them straight. So Isabella Moody, I've seen her on, she's pretty big on TikTok. I think she is on Instagram. I used to see some of her reels pop up. She has like this very weird, angry feminist stick that she does that is so, it's like either I'm not smart enough to understand it or it doesn't make any sense and she doesn't know what she's doing. But she basically like plays herself being a traditional person, but like the feminists are angry at her and she's like deprecating herself. It's so odd. So she had a lot of reels and stuff like that. But now she also gets on Twitter, and maybe she always did, and kind of, you know, she puts out these really, really like just vile messages. So one that she said the other day, she was like, she was like, sex work is disgusting. And it's like, okay, well, that's fine. Like, I'm not saying like here or there about what it is, but it's also like, why are you just insulting people, you know, like being so rude? So she said that, and I had like tweeted back to her. I don't remember what I said. I was just basically like, you know, you seem a little crabby, like, you know, made a little couple comment. There was a couple of tweets in there, comments about her last name. I'm like, Moody, like that just totally fits you and stuff. And I can't remember if she commented back to that or not, but you know, she likes to do a lot of hateful tweets. And so then she did another one that was saying like, gay Republicans have no place in the Republican movement. You know, they're sinners. Like we need to get rid of them pretty much. And like, it was like very strong, like messaging. And so to that, I told her, and that wasn't the worst thing she said. She says all kind of mean shit on there all the time, you know, but, to that, I told her back, like, you know, to me, like there are so many spiritual warfare traps out there. And the ones that I'm most concerned about are the ones that I might fall into. That's the ones that I need to worry about, not the ones that other people are falling into and being like, oh, look, here you are in a spiritual battle or spiritual trap. So I said that. And then, of course, she hit me with the angry retweet and says, I can tell you're focused on yourself. Your photo is a literal butt shot. But she said
shots fired.
Yeah. So then there was some back and forth. Top Lobster got on there. I was like, I thought you were gone. Okay. Like, what are you doing back here, Top Lobster? Like, and he, you know, of course he was like, well, I just can't stop. I can't stay away from you. And I was like, I know, it's fine. Like, it's okay.
You need to call him Top Lobster just to bother him.
Top Lobster. Yeah. So, there was some back and forth there and stuff, but, basically like, you know, her tweet blew up and went viral.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just like, ugh, like, I don't know. It's so cringy and angry to me to just be deprecating other groups of people to make yourself like look better or sound better. She says other things too about how women shouldn't vote, women shouldn't manage men and everything. And I'm just like,
women shouldn't vote?
Yes, she says women shouldn't vote. And I'm like, it's funny to think about and stuff. And some of these other things are funny. I've talked about the managing thing too, because it is true, like women managing women, like they get catty at each other just like this. Yeah. But as far as the non-voting, I'm like, that's so far from reality. Like, why are you trying to pretend like women are going to somehow stop voting? Like, it's not, our society's not set up for that. So she gets kind of like in the weeds and stuff there, but I just don't like the angry feminist. So I'm going to play you a clip that I thought was like super bizarre. This is from her YouTube channel. This is like a 30-second clip where she is going like off the rails about some video put out by like, kind of like a liberal artist who, it's called like the Summer of Cannibalism or something. And she's like saying she's going to like use this man, but like cannibalize him. Very weird. Yes, it's very weird. But this is her commentary. So I'm going to play.
She want his body because that is what she perceives men as wanting women for. So this is them trying to, society and some fucking disgusting goth artist trying to pervert God's natural order of gender roles. Stop saying that, bitch. Trying to pervert and completely confuse people on traditional gender roles. You don't want his body, bitch. You know that he only wants your body and you're trying to become the man in the situation. That's why you want his body, you fucking whore. Cannibal whore. Ew.
She's a great example of Christianity, if that's what she's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. There she is, like, you're going against God's plan, and then she's like, effing whore, effing this, and I'm just like, what? Like, this is how you're honoring God and trying to make this, better stuff. And then she has like a weird MK Ultra glitch in the middle where she like yells at herself, which I thought was really weird, where she's like, stop saying that, bitch. And it's like, who are you talking to? You were the one that just said it. Like, are you okay? Like, has your programming like gotten twisted up or something? It was like Britney Spears in that interview. Do you know what I'm talking about? It felt like that. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know what's going on here. So she's an interesting person. I think that I don't know. To me, I'm like, I'm a step away from that one and probably not poke that bear anymore, because she seems a little bit kind of like a little off, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to do you any good. So
yeah.
But her comment or her tweet, whatever it was, I guess a tweet is a comment, right? So about like, was it, if you call yourself a gay conservative, like you're not a conservative or something like that. Well, I identify as a conservative, and the definition or definitions, like the principles of conservatism, and they can vary from here to there, like depending on where you live and how exactly you're talking about it. But it's like basic or generally accepted. It's like the holding of political views that favor, like free enterprise, private ownership, socially traditional ideas. And I guess where she's trying to say like, oh, well, being gay is not like traditional, right? That was not something that was accepted, and it's just become accepted more and more as the decades have gone on. But like, I don't agree that if you are gay, if you're homosexual, lesbian, anything like that, like you can't be conservative, because all the other principles of conservatism, like the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many of them there are, whatever number you want to stop at, like it doesn't have anything to do with that. Everything else is about like culture and economics and your rights and everything else, and how like the government is structured, limited government and things like that. So I wonder if she's aware that some of like the bigger names in this conservative movement, which has just risen up, and people now say, I think this kind of bothers me, they'll call everyone a conservative now that identifies as a Republican or that is a Republican, and I'm like, no, there's a difference. But Guy Benson, he's gay. Dave Rubin, he's gay.
Yeah, I think
so. Like, you're just
wanting to.
Yeah, you're just like wanting to say like, hey, you don't even belong here. Like, I'm pretty sure they've been doing some pretty good for the movement, right? So I don't agree with that take at all.
Yeah, I think she kind of went on to actually like, and I feel like she used the word Republican Party somewhere in there. I could be wrong. Like, it was just like a weird rant that she went on. But I think she kind of even went on to like highlight the fact that, like those type of people that are in the party. So I'm like, this is just, yes, like you said, if you want your political party to win, like saying like people shouldn't be here, they should go vote Democrat. Like, well, aren't you asking to lose then? Because you're like pushing them to like, oh, you have to go vote this other way.
Hey, your sexuality means that you can't advance the movement. Like, what?
Yes.
That's so dumb.
Exactly. And then it's the attitude where I'm like, oh, okay, so what did you really accomplish? Well, now I'm like, I like gay Republicans more than you. That's what you accomplished. I'm like, they seem like they're not the ones acting like a fool right now. So I see her grifting and acting like that and being rude and stuff. And I'm just like, Okay,
Yeah,
you
we
got
got, so you see in the comments here from Mike.
yeah.
So I guess some background info on this girl that I've never heard of until now. She was deep in the MAGA movement in late 2019 and through 2020 until it wasn't cool anymore to support Trump. A lot of those out there. It's for effect. It's all carefully curated. She goes where the crowd goes.
I can see that. I mean, first though, to be honest, like I don't think that leaving Trump behind is necessarily like people always going with the crowd. Like some people are just over him, so that's fine. But yeah, she seems like she kind of has like a very specific like way that she operates and does and everything. And it's just like, to me, it's just so icky. Same thing. I mean, all those women. And she had put up a poll to try to ask, I guess, to get back at me, do you like mean conservatism? And she had like, because I was saying something about mean conservatism, you know, and she had like 1,300 people answer, and they were like mostly all like, yes, like I support mean conservatism. So I asked my own poll, and I had almost probably the same amount of people answer. It was like 1,250 the last time I looked. It probably broke 1,400 or so. But I asked, do you like angry men? You know, are you interested in angry shouting women? You know, and I had like, yes, put a ring on it. No, definitely not. Or like depends. And I think 30%, like last I checked, was like depends. And they all talked about like, well, if they're mad at the government, if they're, you know, it's like very situational, like those type of things.
I voted in that poll. I was one of your 1,250. I voted no.
Yeah, no,
voted
exactly.
no.
So 6% of men, or maybe it was men and women, maybe some angry women tried to like drive up the vote count a little bit, but 6% said, yes, put a ring on it. So there are people out there for these angry, over the top women. She's actually married. Tommy Lauren's married, and Candace Owens is married.
Yeah, Tommy Lauren's married to like a baseball player, or former baseball player. Now he's like a baseball analyst for a TV show or something like that.
Yeah, and then Candace Owens' husband, as we know, he's British, of the House of Lords. His father was of the House, works in the House of the Lords. House of Lords. He is a representative. Anyways.
That's all weird. It's all weird over there.
Yeah, and it's funny too, because like Candace Owens is starting to hate on America so much. I'm like, she's a red coat, you guys. She's a red coat, because she's like all the time now in her videos, like, America, people are just so sloppy and rude and stuff. It's like, go to Britain then. Okay, go.
She's
a loyalist.
I bet she's gonna move over there within the next 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, I would guess too, because she acts like she just hates America now, and I'm like, just go then. Like, if you're loyal to the crown, and she
I don't know when her contract is up with Daily Wire, but it wouldn't surprise me if she moves over there
moved after
1 to 2 years.
For sure. And she's like, and that's why it's like, why are we paying attention to her like she's an influencer in the conservative movement and cares about this country, when she just says like everyone's crap and Europe is so much better? She literally said that in her video that I watched about, I think in the longer version of the chocolate one, or it was a different one, because she was talking about the yoga pants, the airplane again. And she's just hating all over our country. And I'm like, well, then just go, you know? And we know she also hates Harry and Meghan Markle. And I think that that's due to her ties to the British elite. You know, she's going to defend the crown, defend those people, defend, you know, that whole system, and try to make Harry and Meghan look awful. So that's my thought there. So Candace Owens, goodbye. You leave your yoga pants at the border when you move out of here and go to England.
Yeah. Actually, I've never watched her show. I've seen clips, and I think it's set up and it reminds me of Oprah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's different now, I'm sure, than it used to be. It's very like scripted and stuff. But I mean, it's good for getting facts and stuff from, but it's just like her commentary is not what I'm into anymore.
Yeah.
But okay, last story of the day. This is like a little story. I've been vying for this position since December. Okay. I've been vying for this endorsement. Brian, you might have heard this.
Okay.
I have been asking for Alex Stein 99 to endorse me as his favorite big booty Armenian. Okay. I've tweeted it. I made an Instagram post.
This coming on the heels of your top 10 finish and hottest libertarians?
Yes, and now I need the endorsement from Alex Stein, okay, to call me his favorite big booty Armenian. So we've moved a little bit closer. Okay, he's warming up to the idea. I can tell. So earlier this week, he actually followed me back, and so I was like, "This is the perfect chance." So I shared it, and I said, "You guys, does this mean Alex Stein is finally going to endorse me as his favorite big booty Armenian?" I'm pretty sure he liked the post. That one, he did not retweet it, but it got a lot of traction and stuff. It was pretty fun. So next one I did day 2. We're asking Alex Stein again, are you going to endorse me as your favorite big booty Armenian? And then a man comes out of the woodwork who claims to be his manager. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Booty pictures sent to his DMs. And that became like a whole thing. So it is an interesting, because the guy actually is followed by Alex Stein and has all of Alex Stein's links in his thing and stuff. So we had a little bit of a fun back and forth there. All kind of people. I'm his manager too. I'm his manager's manager.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun.
I think you revealed that like someone was I guess hating on you a little bit for your current picture, right? Your profile picture, and you're like, oh well, I have more than this.
Oh yeah, that was Isabella. That was Isabella. She said that, and I was like, this isn't even the worst one I have. Okay, like yeah. So I shared one today.
Was that the bike one?
Yes, yeah. for Alex Stein's manager. Okay. Other people are requesting. I've heard that my booty is not that big. I might need to like pivot my whole platform and call myself, the athletic booty Egyptian instead. See if I can get that endorsement. It's a whole thing. So we've had a little bit of fun with that.
0.7 ratio.
Yeah, exactly. But I will tell you this. We got the retweet from him yesterday. So I'm pretty sure he's, between that and this supposed manager, I'm pretty sure we're moving a little bit closer to getting the official endorsement. Okay. And by the way, people tried to tell me that my booty is not big and that it's not as big as AOC's. And then they shared a picture of AOC's and it was like the smallest booty I've ever seen. So I don't know if that was photoshopped.
She's not like...
Was it photoshopped?
I don't know, but I would not call her a big booty Latina. I know she got called that by that one dude like on the Capitol steps or something like that.
That's Alex Stein.
Last year. That's Alex Stein?
Alex Stein. Yeah.
Okay.
Brian, you didn't know the whole story. That's Alex Stein.
Okay. I didn't know that was him. I saw that clip and everything though.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, AOC, my favorite big booty Latina.
Yes.
Got
yeah.
it. But no, she is not big. Like, I'm in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
There are a ton of Hispanic women in Orlando.
And they're big booty.
And like,
yeah,
they make AOC look like white girl booty, basically.
Well, that picture that they showed was like the smallest booty I've ever seen. So I don't know if that's her actual booty or not. But Mike says Alex only has eyes for AOC. Sorry, kiddo. Exactly right. That's so funny though, Brian. You didn't. I guess none of everything I just said made any sense to you since you didn't realize that was Alex Stein, that was the person that said that to AOC.
I still appreciate the effort you're putting in though.
Yeah.
And I'm torn because
now do you see why that's a huge endorsement though?
Yes, I do very much.
Okay. So. Gotcha.
But I am torn, Kalina, with this topic because we've known each other for a little over a year now.
Like a year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, almost coming up on a year and a half. Sometime like in, I don't know, it was like November or something of 2021-ish. Because I remember like whenever I mentioned you like in a podcast episode for that very brief stint, I had a co-host.
Yeah.
And then like, had you on in January of last year.
Yeah, February, maybe January.
Yeah, which I need to have you on again. But anyway, so I'm torn though, because I feel like there's a lot of comments I could make, but I don't want to. I'm not sure where exactly we are to be like, okay, is that going to make me go from, oh, my friend Brian to like, oh wow, Brian's a creep, or like,
Brian,
Brian, you're like, this is a safe space. You can say whatever you want, kind of thing.
Just give me the endorsement. Just give me the endorsement and leave it at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have?
I will vote for you, and I will after this live finishes up, I'm going to tweet at Alex Stein.
Well,
and
okay.
I'm going to give my endorsement for you to him.
Yes. Everyone connected to the tweet stream that we have, because people have been throwing me their endorsements on there. I think that I'll get the endorsement eventually. Okay. So Alex Stein, he just doesn't know yet. He obviously he hit me with a retweet. He followed me back. So I'm pretty sure that he is just this close, okay? Like just this close to endorsing me as
And I know
perfect
you're
booty Armenian.
like I know you're better than me at social media, but I wonder if you should do like a Twitter video.
Oh,
and,
asking him to
and ask him that way. Like get yourself, I don't know, like somewhere.
You know what
Like
I
you
need
probably
to
have one of those
do?
step things at the gym or something. I don't know. And then
Yeah.
like have someone record it, and then you like turn around while you're walking on it and be like,
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, say whatever you want to say.
Yeah. You know what I need to do is just edit that video of him saying it to AOC, like put my face on it and change the so it sounds like he's saying my name and Big Booty Armenian. And then I'll just put that on Twitter and I'll be like, it's proof. Look, Alex Stein has endorsed me. Or I could just take a video clip of him just saying anything and then just put the voice over the top of it, like whatever he's saying, just cut it out and have him be like, I'm here today to endorse her as, but somebody has to be able to do an Alex Stein voice impression. So anybody that can do that, please comment and we'll make this endorsement happen, whether Alex Stein likes it or not.
Yeah. You could go a couple different routes. You could film yourself doing something and then just be like, look, Alex, I'm working really hard. And you're like on the stair climber.
I know. I probably need to continue that daily count, day 77.
Yes. Day 77, still trying to get Alex Stein's endorsement. Day 78, still trying to get Alex Stein's endorsement.
I'm probably going to like skip days, but I need to keep a day count. So like, I won't do it every single day, but it'll be like, at day 10, I'll be like day 10. And then somebody says, put idea out to your followers. Yeah, I need to get somebody who can sound like Alex Stein because we're going to make this endorsement happen no matter what. We're going to edit the video. We're going to make it look like it. And then he'll have to endorse me. Okay. There's someone out there with, oh yeah.
I could do like a little bit of video editing, but I'll see. But
I'm pretty good with Canva. That's about all I can do. I don't have like iMovie or anything, but
Premiere Pro. I'd have to do some Googling and YouTubing and stuff like that to figure out.
Yeah, like how to get it on there.
I could do the audio aspect, like putting in his voice, but it's pasting your face or something like on AOC's face in that original clip. That would be
that'd be hilarious. That'd be so good. That would be really fun. So I think we hit on all the topics we were going to hit on. We played all the videos we were going to play. We, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we wrap up? I mean, we're almost about to hit an hour here.
Well, I think where'd that accent come from? I think.
You were talking to me too long.
Yeah.
In the South.
I'm starting to sound like I'm in Louisiana. No, I think we mentioned we might talk about spiritual warfare. We don't have to because I know we're already at an hour, but that's a big thing.
Oh, for sure.
For you, and we've seen some like recent stuff, like with that whole Balenciaga deal. I don't know where that stands now. Various artists, like musicians and stuff like that, incorporating into their shows and the symbols and all of that stuff that they do, like within their pictures and on the red carpet and all of those kinds of things.
Yeah.
But other than that, what I just said right there, not really. I could talk all night. This is hilarious. This is fun. I'm gonna have to jump onto Twitter now and
endorse
you and everything, and then see what I can do there if I can move the needle. With Alex Stein.
A little bit closer. If we have to go the Egyptian athletic booty route, we'll go that direction too. Okay, maybe he might already have a favorite big booty Armenian. So,
aren't the Kardashians Armenian?
Yeah, but did he endorse them already?
No. I'm just clarifying. I'm not saying like.
Yes, they are.
I'm not saying theirs. I mean, theirs are fake. Yours is. You've earned yours, right?
Yeah. So I should earn Alex Stein's endorsement from that.
Yours is real. Theirs is not.
something. It's like fat transfer or something.
It's like $500,000 worth of fat transfer.
He said,
or something.
drop a link to Brian's show in the description so I can sub. Yeah. Brian, do you want to tell people where they can find you too?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, so I'm Brian Kletter. I'm the host of the Counterthought podcast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find the podcast there. Also YouTube and Rumble. The YouTube channel, the Rumble channel is just Counterthought podcast. I can't comment because I guess I'm not signed into a StreamYard account, but Mike, if you,
when I post it,
yeah, a link, or again, just Counterthought podcast on YouTube or Rumble, and find me there, or find me on Instagram at @counter_thought, at Counterthought CEO. Yeah, and I could send you a link to it there as well. So
awesome. Well,
like
thank
this,
you,
Kalina. You and I were like this.
Yes, yeah, we've been doing this for a while. This is fun. We need to start doing it on YouTube, like probably every single week. But yeah,
baby steps. We're getting there.
Yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching. This was pretty fun. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you hated the video, leave me a nasty comment and try to hurt my feelings like as much as possible. But be nice to Brian. Okay, that only applies to me. Okay. Be nice to my co-hosts when I do this stuff. But yeah, so also follow me on Twitter, thtlibertychick. Find me on Instagram at @thtlibertychick. And if you're interested in fitness coaching, I'm actually launching a brand new whole concept coming up, launching it April 1st. So what it is semi-custom group coaching. So basically, it's going to be a custom workout that's pretty much for everyone in the group. You know, obviously people can ask for like slight like modifications and stuff like that, but I'm going to be having a private Instagram group. You pay a private Instagram page. You're going to pay a membership fee of $50 a month. It's not a lot. It's going to have all the videos of how to do the exercises, demos. It'll tell you how to change the rep range like every week for 4 weeks. Every month it's going to be new exercises. We're going to have weekly Zoom check-in calls like with everyone just to talk about like our wins for the week and everything there. It's going to have, you can buy like little add-ons, like if you want a custom meal plan or something like that, or we can do macros. I'm going to teach about nutrition. It's going to be everything. So, and it's going to be for the right price, because as we know, inflation is coming. Things are going to be getting, you know, astronomically expensive. Things are going to be, you know, people are losing jobs, losing income, losing wealth. So we need to be able to stay on top of our fitness despite no matter what happens with the economy. So the best part of the group is the more people that join, the cheaper it's going to get. So I have different levels. So like once we get to like 50 people, the price goes down for everyone a certain amount. Like once we get to 100 people, the price goes down for everyone a certain amount. So because of that, like when you refer people, you're actually helping yourself get a cheaper price. You're getting all the beauty of like a one-on-one coach, but like not for that price. So
dang, Kalina, you are on it. Woo.
I'm awesome. So excited. I just made the decision yesterday. It's been something that I've been kind of having in the works, like planning in my mind, you know, for a little while. So if anyone's interested, I have a link in my link tree. You can inquire for the email. You don't have to try to follow the page, because you're only allowed to follow the page if you are a member of the page. But definitely, you know, check out the link tree or just shoot me a DM on Instagram. So
awesome. Well, congratulations on that, Kalina. That's cool.
Thank you. I'm so excited. If you know anyone looking for, you know, fitness coaching, but they're not trying to like pay like custom prices, because basically that's like what I was charging as an online coach is $300 a month. And not a lot of people can pay that. And not everyone needs fully customized training plan, you know? So this is like a really nice way to be able to get people all the same service, but like for like a price that's like relatable to everyone. So
yeah, I've never, aside from just like a basic gym membership, I've never done anything like with a coach. So I have no idea where the pricing falls, but
yeah, well, now you know.
Now I know. Now I know. And if I ever was going to go get some personal training, I'd probably come to you first. So
that sounds like the right choice. Okay. It's the economically smart thing to do. And you're getting all the value without like all the stuff you didn't actually need. But, all right. So thanks everyone so much again. Brian and I are going to do this every single week. So we will be back next Thursday at 8 p.m.
Awesome. Thanks, Kalina.
Bye.
See ya.